I just want to see if it goes through, if it records. This is supposed to be a far superior phone than the previous one, which really makes me wonder about the insanely explosive growth of technology. And I've just been looking around at AI, and it's reached the point where it is genuinely creepy as hell. Where it's hard to tell what is quote unquote real or not real anymore. And people in the Mandela world already know that none of this is real. And it's becoming increasingly more unreal as time goes on, judging by people's behavior, the appearances of everything from the sky and the surroundings. It feels like it's growing. And a few months ago, I proposed a theory. I talked about this before. I proposed a theory that we were in fact taken over by aliens, and they sort of weave their tentacles into our subconscious minds. They took over the original Earth. Ooh. Whether it was destroyed or not is a matter of debate. I actually think it was not destroyed. I think it was taken over, and that they basically infused their reality, superimposed it onto ours, put everyone to sleep, transferred over certain people or certain souls, transferred over into the new construct, which was a fictitious world, an AI construct, and are observing them in that new reality, and are trying to force a certain type of evolution. They're trying to force frequencies, oscillations, harmonics. They're trying to alter behavior. And among this construct is probably true about the NPCs. After many years of thinking about it, reflecting about it, and the NPC thing definitely must be real, because it's as if they can tell that you're not one of them. Because I've had so many instances of just that happen over the years, that there is a mismatch going on. So again, in my original video, what was the reason? Why did I say that we were taken over and they replaced the original Earth with an AI copy of it, a simulation of it? Well, my original purpose was that they were trying to see if we can evolve, and if we destroy ourselves, then that destruction would lead to the destruction of their fake construct as opposed to the real reality. So it's kind of a save face type of a situation. But I do believe that the old construct is still very much there. And it's probably being utilized by the elite class as a giant playground free of humans. And they sort of just project themselves onto screens. Why did that happen? project themselves onto screens for the continuation of their control, and also to make the illusion, keep the illusion alive. Now, my question is, are they attempting to force our evolution so rapidly, though? What is the point of that? Like, what is the point of going at lightning speed with technological development? I guess it would be to reach that singularity they talk about. I don't know. A really disturbing dream, I can tell you, though. I had a normal dream prior to that. I was traveling around different dimensions, doing rather normal things. It's kind of just normal settings. And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting on a couch and I see an individual that I'm familiar and know in real life, but only on the internet. And she had solid black eyes. And when I saw those solid black eyes, I froze and became paralyzed and could not move at all. And she stared at me with them for what felt like an absolute eternity. And it was a very, very heavy experience. Actually, I haven't felt that level of darkness. Last time I felt that level of darkness was in my actual hell experience. So that's real encouraging, as if I don't feel encouraged enough already. But anyway, I just wanted to revisit this theory that, we were kind of put in a deep sleep and our consciousness was transferred over from the original to an artificial. And in this artificial reality, there is a mixture of, the original people or the Mandela affected people, and they're blended in with non-player characters, but they're also blended in with the species that has taken over. So they're all walking amongst us together, doing a dark city type of manipulative experiment, and see if we fail it. And if we do, it's a tough thing, though, because I really think they're messing with our quote-unquote free will to a very large degree. And technology, of course, can already predict what you're going to do, which is disturbing enough on its own, but also sad, because you kind of realize just how pathetic and predictable most people are. And it just kind of makes you wonder, is it our free will or is it the construct's will? Anyway, see how this video turns out on the new phone.